Something beautiful for this cold morning, even though it's getting warmer, getting into spring. Welcome back. You're making mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese, very popular item when it comes to the catering side of the deli, but ours is a little different.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, a few different cheeses.
Let's show folks what they need to get together. Probably some stuff they just have at home.
Yeah, it's very easy. Just a little milk, flour, little butter to make our roux. And then the cheeses that we're going to use, we have a little Parmesan or Pecorino, whatever you want to use. Ricotta cheese. We have a little cheddar cheese here. And then one of my favorite cheeses, Mascarpone cheese, which is more like your dessert tiramisu cheese, but I use it more savory.
When my kids were little, like when they just started eating pasta, I would mix that with the tomato sauce, so it made it a little bit richer.
Yeah,
buttery.
that's one of my favorite things to eat.
Is it? It makes
tomato,
it rich
yeah,
and
yeah.
creamy?
It's better. It's a little healthier than butter, even though we have a pound of butter sitting behind it. But
oh my God, my heart.
but that's a very good cheese for macaroni and cheese. One of my favorites.
Explain to me what the difference between Pecorino and like Parmesan.
Pecorino is a sheep's milk cheese.
All right.
It's a little, I'd say, a little saltier, tangier sort of flavor. They're both good for this application, but Pecorino sheep's milk, Parmigiano Reggiano is cow's milk cheese.
And do you think the key for making a macaroni and cheese successful, if you're doing it from homemade, is the roux? Because I never even thought of it.
I do. I think so, because it stabilizes it, makes it rich and creamy without using like heavy cream. So since we're just using milk, whole milk, if you have a good roux, which is equal parts flour and butter or flour and fat, that holds the milk. It thickens up the milk and makes like a white sauce, and then you can stir all your cheese into that, as opposed to just using like straight heavy cream, which is also more expensive.
Can you use skim milk? Will that make a difference in the roux?
You can. I never have before, but what happens with the roux, if the roux is the fat and the flour, if you put the skim milk into that, it will thicken it up. But then again, you're kind of, even though you're using skim, you're throwing tons of cheese in it after. You could give it a try.
Is the extra bowl worth that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of milk, you know what America's favorite milk cookie? Oreo?
Really good. I had a few the other day.
They're celebrating a big birthday. We're going to talk to our web producer, Emily Linehan, about Oreo's 100th.